Hi, I'd like to talk today about generational wealth. And what I mean by that is this want and this need that people seem to have to make sure that I wish I was so rich my grandchildren's grandchildren would be taken care of. Now, it's a free world, it's a free country, people can do what they want, and I'm not saying that's wrong. It's wonderful to want your family to be set in the future. The point that I'm trying to make is that I don't know if that's a net positive or a net negative, and I'll very clearly try to explain. I'll start with this. We kind of have the understanding after thousands of years of data that if people grow up rich, usually they are less ambitious than people who grow up poor. Now, a lot of studies have been done on this. Almost everything that I have to say isn't coming just from what I think, it's coming from a logical, rational place. I've been rich before, I've been poor before. I have a quite strong understanding of what it's like to be both. Now, to give an inheritance to a child, or to children, or to many generations in the future, is a good thing. I totally agree with that. My point of contention is that possibly giving wealth to so many generations into the future that you don't have physical contact with those generations, and you personally have no way to instill your own vision and your own work ethic onto those future descendants. When you get things handed to you, you're less likely to have ambition to make it bigger. For example, let's say theoretically Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos' son or daughter, I presume they'll be quite intelligent. I presume that they're quite hardworking. But the odds of them being as intelligent or as hardworking or building as big a company as their respective fathers is slim to none. That would continue down the line of descendants, theoretically. There's a math concept called regression to the mean, and that can explain a lot of things, such as how come the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the Kennedys and the rich families of generations past are no longer the richest in the world? Well, there's two parts to that answer. Part number one is due to great accounting and tax avoidance. They still may be, just not public, like on the Forbes lists of the richest people. There are a lot of people wealthy enough to be on those lists who are purposely not on the list. That's point number one. Point number two is that as you have more descendants, it's a simple math point, the money gets put into more and more different hands. So if someone rich has two children, they each get half theoretically. Then each of them have two children. By the time it's already at the grandchildren level, you have to split it by 4. Then depending how many children, it keeps getting split more and more. And as long as the descendants are being born faster than interest is accumulating on that money, the money will run out. It's just simple math. Almost in every case, general wealth doesn't last as long as it is foreseen to last. Putting money in a trust is the best way for that to be the case, but it is still, studies show, not likely to have as good of outcomes as people hope for. Now, for everyone out there, such as my son, who is living their life to provide a better life for their children, there's no more worthy goal in the world than that. And I don't want any confusion to be taken from this video that in any way I wouldn't want people to want their descendants to have a better life. I only think that by giving so much money that it may entice people not to work as hard and fulfill their own potential and follow their own dreams. If you give someone too much, you run the risk of them not fulfilling their own dreams. And for that to happen, that's a very sad thing, especially when it comes with the best intentions of people. For someone to work so hard to provide a better life, and then for others in the future to potentially squander that, either accidentally or recklessly, it's a very unfortunate circumstance. Now, some of you may totally disagree, and that's wonderful. I love being in a free country. I love hearing other people's point of views. This is kind of just a nebulous idea. I realize I don't have many specifics. I just thought it's an interesting point to put forth. Tell me what you think about it. Talk to you later. Thanks. Please like and subscribe as always, and I'll see you soon. Remember, my name is John Victor. Peace.